What's up, nerds? OBD back for MTG next door. Opening some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Eclipsed. I don't know if you guys have seen the news, but evidently the pre-release kits were misshipped. Some of them, not all of them, with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle cards from the set that's not even out yet, that hasn't even really been spoiled, but now is almost completely spoiled because of a screw up at WotC. So we're going to open the newest Universes Beyond Magic the Gathering product, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Eclipsed. So we'll see if we get one. I'm not holding my breath for one. It would just be cool to see. Some of the spoilers for Ninja Turtles have been super fun, and not to be too on the nose, but I feel like that news has eclipsed Lorwyn. See what I did there? It's pretty funny. Just let that one sit. You'll enjoy it later. All right, spin down counter. Kind of boring. And I'm trying a new setup today, but it looks like there's a bunch of shadows, so I don't know if I'll stay like this. But for today, we're going to deal with it. All right, so this will be the card that is a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle card or not, and I'm 50-50 shot, I'm thinking not. It is not. It is definitely Lorwyn Eclipsed. Harmonized Crescendo. It is a rare instant. It has Convoke. Choose a creature type, draw a card for each permanent you control that type. Well, that is just fancy. Yeah, Tribal loves that. Anyway, so we'll put that over there. Not sad about that. I will definitely use that. Cool. Different card packs? I didn't think they had different images on the front of these. That's interesting. I don't know if I've never noticed that before or if that's a new thing. Yeah, 3 different card arts. Anyway, all right, we'll just get into these. I'm going to kind of ignore the commons and uncommons, and we're just going to blow right through them. Gilt Leaf, Embrace, Tweeze. Oh, gross. Okay, my new favorite card. Dude's getting his nose hair pulled out like a champ. Blighted Blackhorn Thorn, Unexpected Assistance, Keep Out, Liss Alana's Informant, Kulrath Zealot, Sizzling Changeling, and I know that there's a ton of changelings in here, so changelings are obviously everything. All right, we are now in our uncommons. Eclipsed Marrow, Eclipsed Elf, Dream Harvest is our rare, so 5 in hybrid blue-black. Each opponent exiles cards from the top of their library until they've exiled cards with total mana value 5 or greater this way. Until the end of turn, you may cast cards exiled this way without... Oh, yeah, we like that. Oh, double rare pack. Figure of Fable for hybrid green-white. And then all these costs are hybrid. So pay 1, this creature becomes a Kithkin Scout. Pay 3. If this creature is a scout, it becomes a soldier with base power 4/5. So it's just a pump spell or whatever. But I don't know if we would ever go all the way through doing that. That seems a little much. Wanderwine Farewell is an uncommon in the foil, a swamp, and a goblin fairy token. Okay, cool. Double rare pack for our first pack. Not sad about that. That is a fantastic card. Pack number 2. Boggart Prankster, Runaway Together, Timid Shieldbearer, Midnight Tilling, Feed the Flames, Vile Boggart. I like his art. It's kind of rad. Chaos Spewer, Unwelcome Sprite, Chomping Changeling. That looks like that's a cat. That's not a changeling. That's a cat. Impolite Entrance, and Doran, Besieged by Time, is a commander. So what do you do? 1 white, black, and a green. 0/5. So is he like a big butts matter kind of thing? Each creature you spell you cast with toughness greater than its power costs 1 less to cast. Well, that's fancy. Whenever a creature you control attacks or blocks, it gets +X/+X until end of turn, where X is the difference between its power and toughness. Whoa, that's pretty good. That is pretty good. Okay, just a casual full art mythic Oko. Okay, man, look at that dude's been working out. Look at the butt on that. Anyway, 2 in a blue, legendary creature, Planeswalker Oko. At the beginning of your first main phase, you may pay a green. If you do, transform Oko. Okay, he transforms. We'll see what it does in a second. +2, up to 1 target creature gains all creature types. And then +1, He has no negative side. That's interesting. Target creature gets -2, -0 until your next turn. Okay, and then he becomes Oko Shadowmoor Scion. And he has a latent ability at the beginning of your first main phase, you may pay blue. If you do, transform Oko. So you can flip him back and forth at will. And then, well, not at will, but at the beginning of the main phase. -1, mill 3 cards. You may put a permanent card from among them into your hand. -3, create 2 3/3 green elk creature tokens. -6, choose a creature type. You get an emblem with creatures you control of the chosen type get +3/+3 and have vigilance and hexproof. Well, hello, Mr. Fancy Pants. Look at you. So what is his... So he starts out at 3. Okay, so you have to pump him up pretty quick. That's pretty rad. Interesting that he doesn't have a cost on this side. I wonder if that's... Can you overkill him? I imagine not. I imagine that loyalty counters are still valid on either side. Anyway, that's interesting that it's not printed on the other side. Anyway, we like Tributary Vaulter, Plains, and an Elk Mutavault. Oh, that's right. There's a character that makes Mutavault tokens. Interesting. So far, fantastic pre-release pack. Unexpected Assistance, Reluctant Downguard, Liss Alana's Informant, Bone Club Berserker, Boglither's Embrace, Temporal Cleansing, Shitness Graspling. That's what they used to call me in high school. Bark of Doran, Noggle Robber. You're gonna rob your noggles. Dundulin Weaver, Spell Snare, and our rare is Grub, Storied Matriarch. All right, Grub, what you got, Grub? 2 and a black, 2/1 legendary creature, Goblin Warlock as Menace. Whenever this creature enters or transforms into Grub, Storied Matriarch, return it to 1 target Goblin card from your graveyard to your hand, and then he has, so it's red-black for Grub, because there's a red sitting down. At the beginning of your first main phase, you may pay a red. If you do, transform Grub into Grub Notorious Auntie. Okay. It's a 2/1 Goblin Warrior with Menace. Whenever Grub attacks, you may blight 1. If you do, create a tapped and attacking token that's a copy of Blighted Creature, except it's at the beginning of the end step, sacrifice this token. At the beginning of your first main phase, you may pay a black. If you do, transform Grub. Okay, kind of cool that you can transform cards. Chaos Spewer, Plains, and a Kithkin Elf token. It's nice that now that we're completely past Spider-Man, I'm no longer getting hot dog tokens. 10 the Sprigs, Gristle Glutton, Boggart Prankster, Summit Sentinel, Timid Shield Bearer, Crossroad Watcher, Feisty Spikeling, Burdened Stoneback, Silvergill Mentor, Requiting Hex. There's Noggle Robber again. And we got a Mythic Soul Immolation. Okay, well that sounds terrible. 3 and 2 red, and as an additional cost to cast the spell, Blight X. X can't be greater than the greatest toughness among creatures you control. Put X, -1, -1 counters on a creature you control. Soul Immolation deals X damage to each opponent and each creature they control. Huh. So it's a board wipe. So almost like a Cyclonic Rift, except you do lose a creature likely in casting this, but kind of rad. Like it. Keep Out is common, and then a Full Art Forest. Is that it? Oh no, there's a token back there. Goblin Treefolk. All right, 2 more packs to go. Some great cards so far. I'm not sad about 2 mythics. All right, Stratosaur, Reluctant Doomguard, 10 the Sprigs, Gristle Glutton, Boggart Prankster, Furdock Core, Moon Glove Extractor, Dawn Blessed Pennant, Eclipsed Elf. And I'll go back and read all these later, because I'm not going to read them on camera, but I'll just, we're just going for fancy stuff and rares. Nameless Inversion, Blue Blood Crypt. Okay, not sad about that. Okay. Shockland, and then Gut Splitter Gang, Plains, and a blank. All right, last card. fantastic pre-release pack here. Brambleback Brute, Scarblade Malice, Blossom Bind, Gallant Full Knight, and also one thing that's in here, I don't know if they're in the play packs or just in collectors, but there's also story spotlight cards or special guests. That's what it is. Dolmen Gate is the card I would love to see. Anyway, not that I'm expecting to see it here, but it'd be nice if it was back there somewhere. Anyway, Changeling Wayfinder, Mistbind Click is a mythic, okay, and it is a special guest. Okay, so I just called the special guest and it wasn't the one I wanted, but anyway, let's read it. So 3 in a blue, flash flying, champion a fairy. When a fairy is championed with a creature, tap all lands target player controls. Rude, very rude. Boggart Cursecrafter, Shimmerwild's Growth, Protective Response, and Twin Flame Travelers. That's pretty. Look at you. It's an uncommon, but we'll read anyway. It's fancy. I think I saw another copy of it. There it is down there somewhere. Anyway, it is a flyer. If a triggered ability of another elemental you control triggers, it triggers an additional time. Well, hello, Mr. Fancy Pants. What's that elemental that has Cascade? Did you like Cascade? I've got Cascade for your Cascade. Yeah, we like that. Twilight Diviner sounds better. 2 in a black, creature Elf Cleric, 3/3. When this creature enters, surveil 2, and then whenever one or more other creatures you control enter, if they entered or were cast from a graveyard, create a token that's a copy of them. This ability triggers only once each turn. Interesting. I like that. Wanderwine Farewell, Island, and a Merfolk Shapeshifter. Interesting. We did not get a single double token in the whole thing. Now, when we go to open our box later, of course we will. We'll get millions upon millions. But hey, look at this for a pre-release pack. That's a pretty stout little run of cards, all of which I could definitely play with or figure out a place to put them. Anyway, not sad about that. Glad I went out and got this today. I think the other guys may be making... I bought one for Stitch and for J3 as well. Here's to hoping that they make videos for us to watch. Anyway, we will see you tomorrow. Oh, not tomorrow. We'll see you later in the month when our boxes actually come in, and then I'll start making... I'm so used to making the advent calendar. Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. No, we're not. I'm not going to see you tomorrow. I'll see you whenever. Bye.